welcome your host on Wipeout, Paul Daniels.
Wipeout, where the first thing we do is show you the answers, and all our players have to do is decide which are the right ones, which are the wrong ones. Right answers put money in the bank. They don't, they do. And wrong ones wipe it out again. Playing for cash and prizes along the way, they must wipe out the opposition until they become the only one left to try for the big prize of a great holiday. And it is a great holiday. Now, let me tell you a bit about tonight's contenders. The first of tonight's players is Richard Cox, who was a senior pensions consultant and married to Trudy, Rudy Trudy. In 1987, he took over a tour of the world, but has now settled down in Bristol with Trudy and their two young daughters. Hi, daughters. Sarah Byatt is from Newcastle upon Tyne. She's a secretary, married and interested in keeping fit. In answer to the question, who would you most like to meet and why, Sarah said, Paul Daniels, because I'm a crawler. And finally, a sales service engineer from Norwich, Graham Palmer. Graham's married and father to two little girls, he believes. He is also support of Norwich City. He can't stand anybody touching his belly button. Oh, it's time to play Wipeout. Richard, Sarah, Graham, get those fingers on those buzzers. Right. Who designed the Eiffel Tower? Now, Sarah, that was my easiest question.
This is a pure guess. Eiffel.
Correct. Alexandre Gustave Eiffel designed the Eiffel Tower. So you're in control, and the first subject is named after inventors. Now, what are the answers? Oh, very nice. Those are the answers. So what's the question? Jules Lyotard. He will always be remembered, it says here, for his skin-tight garments. Nice. 11 of those inventions. You know the leotard? Have you ever
the leotard?
Yeah. Well, he was the lad. Very popular. Now, 11 of these inventions that I put up in front of you now on the first grid, they're also named after inventors, but which ones? 11 of them are right answers. 5 are incorrect. The first correct answer, £10. Second one, £20. £30. So on, right round the grid. A total of £660 if you go all the way round the grid and find all 11 answers. One Wipeout empties the bank, Sarah.
Right, I'll start with Braille.
Braille. Yes, £10. Oh, says Sarah. One right. The game starts well. Now, do you want to play it or pass it?
I'll play it.
Play it.
Rubik Cube.
Rubik Cube. Computer? Yes. So now you've got £30. Now, you see, Braille was Louis Braille, and the Rubik Cube was Erno Rubik.
Biro.
Biro. Yes. Laszlo Biro. Wasn't his real name, it was his pen name. Boom, boom.
Morse code.
Morse code. After Samuel Morse.
I think I'll pass now.
You've got £100 in the bank and you're passing it along to Graham. Graham, you get this answer right, you've got £50 in the bank immediately.
Hoover.
Hoover.
Good start.
Hoover was not invented by Mr. Hoover. Hoover was invented by J. Murray Spangler. Which is a better name, isn't it, really? I mean, you'd much rather spangle your carpets, wouldn't you, really? Feel happier when you were doing it. Graham, we lose you for a little while and move along to Richard. Your choice?
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin. Yes. Now, that means you have £50 added to your bank. And would you like to play on or pass it?
I'll try Colt Revolver.
Colt Revolver. And that means you now have £110, £70 on the next one.
And I'll try Kellogg's Cornflakes.
Yes, Kellogg's Cornflakes. Now, what have we done there? The Colt Revolver with Samuel Colt, of course, and Kellogg's Cornflakes with Will Keith Kellogg. Yeah. Zeppelin, which I missed out before, was... Do you know his name?
Mr. Zeppelin?
Certainly, Fred Zeppelin, yeah. Count Ferdinand Zeppelin. Sorry, a bit of a catch-up there, but I was thinking of other things at the time, like where are you going to go next? Play it or pass it?
I'm going to pass it.
You're going to pass it. £180 in the bank. Sarah's £100 is now in danger because there's 4 of each up there. Right answers and wrong answers.
Celsius thermometer.
The Celsius thermometer. You honestly believe there was a man called Mr. Thermometer? No, yes, you're right. It's Mr. Celsius. Anders Celsius, all right? So, Sarah, you've now got £180 in the bank, same as Richard.
I'll play again. I'll try guillotine.
Is the guillotine going to add £90 to Sarah? It is not. Oh, you've been wiped all the way out. It goes faster than you get it, doesn't it? It does indeed. That was invented by Dr. Louis, and in fact, in the beginning, it was called the Louisette. Name did not catch on. I don't know where guillotine came from. So, Graham, it's up to you to find the £90 answer.
Bunsen burner.
Bunsen burner was Mr. Burner. You found it. It's £90. It's not Mr. Burner, it's Mr. Robert Wilhelm Bunsen. All right?
No, well...
You play it or pass it?
I'll pass it, please.
Pass it to Richard.
I'll try the Yale lock.
Yale lock for £100. Yes. You now have £280. There are 2 correct answers. No, there's only 1 left now, and 3 wrong ones.
I'll pass, Paul.
Pass to Sarah. Sarah, you've got nothing to lose. You could win £110.
Clothes zip.
Clothes zips. What is this uncanny knack? They were invented by a man called Whitcomb Judson, all right? Just think, you've been going around doing up your Judsons. Graham, there are 2 incorrect answers and 1 correct answer. You have to find the one to win £110 and prevent yourself from losing £90.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Oh, I got the boobies.
You got what?
The booby.
It is not a booby. This is a very nice prize. It's a Kit Kat. They think it came from the Kit Kat Club. All right? Heard of the Kit Kat Club?
Interesting.
All righty.
Thank you, Paul.
Now, this is very interesting. Sarah, no money in the bank. Graham, no money in the bank. Richard, £280 in the bank, and the pressure's on you. One of those is a Wipeout. Which one was named after its inventor?
Teflon.
You think Teflon was named after its inventor. If you're right, you've got £390. If you're wrong, you have as much money as anybody else in this game. Is it? £90. And at the end of that first grid, look at this money we're giving here. What can I say? What can I say? It was obviously Mr. Jacuzzi. And Jacuzzi was Candido Jacuzzi. So, we've got nobody in the lead. You'll have to give them all a round of applause for losing. We're going to do it again then. All right, to start the second grid. Hands on the buzzers, start a question. There's a long way to go. There's still a lot of money out there. Who was the first man to walk on the moon? Sarah.
Armstrong.
Correct answer. Neil Armstrong, you're in charge of the second grid. You started the first one. So what's the subject on this? 50 ways to leave your lover. All right. Any ideas what that's about? Any?
Paul Simon record.
Oh, very good. Yes, let's have a look at the answers. Bit of psychology going to play there. Sarah's worried the lad straight away. She knew that it came from a Paul Simon record. And in the record, he says there's 50 ways to leave your lover. He only gives 5 examples. We've made up 11 others. Now, the record says this. Then she came. 11 of those we've made up. Now, avoid the Paul Simon ones, Sarah. I want the ones we made up, not the ones he sings on the record.
Make a new plan, Stan.
Make a new plan, Stan. He's on the record. Wow, that must... If you knew the record, and you did, that's probably in your subliminal.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes. You're going to have to play
Clever
reverse
than I thought.
Wipeout, aren't you? Yeah. OK, Graham.
Start life anew, Stu.
Start life anew, Stu. Wow. Next one's worth £20.
Let's make a deal, Neil.
Let's make a deal, Neil. And now you've got £30.
Drop off the key, Lee.
Drop off the key, Lee. Wipeout. Hey, music. musical suggestion in that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, musical key. You wiped your money out there, Graham. Wiped it out. Going along to Richard.
Say my name. Don't be thick, Rick.
Hey, don't be thick, Rick. Well, not being thick got you £30.
Don't be over mean, Dean.
I'm not even going to repeat it. Yes, you're up to £70.
Don't be too dim, Tim.
Yes, you're now up to £120. Next one is worth £60.
Go up the hill, Bill.
You've latched onto our way of thinking here, boy. £180 is yours. Next one's worth £70.
Don't be at a loss, Ross.
Don't be at a loss, Ross. You're rolling. You've got £250. Next one's worth £80.
Go have a ball, Paul.
Go and have a ball, Paul. Yep, 250.
Tonight's winner can hear Paul Simon anytime with his top-of-the-range mini stacking stereo system.
That's yours. No one takes that. Even a wipeout doesn't take that away from you. There are now 3 correct answers up there and 3 wipeouts. You've got £330, you've got the stereo system, and you've got to find the ones we made up.
I'll pass now, I think, Paul.
He's not going to find the ones we made up. Sarah.
See you in court, Mort.
See you in court, Mort. £90.
I'll pass it.
Pass it to Graham.
Just be a man, Dan.
£100.
I'll pass it.
Put on your hat, Pat.
Is it? Yes. You went all the way to the end there. The others, obviously, are the ones that are in the song. And you've got £440. Richard, you're in charge of that round. In fact, now you're in charge of the game almost, aren't you? A round of applause for Richard. He's way out in front. Now that you're way out in front, Richard, by now you know how fast the game changes.
Certainly do.
Yes. And so we're going to have the final starter question. Stand by with your hands on the buzzer. This is your starter question for the final subject in this round. What name is given to a word that reads the same backwards?
Palindrome.
Palindrome is the right answer. Very good. Yes. So, you go first on the grid. Don't forget, it's the same as the others. We go back, £10 for the first answer, £20, £30, so on. All right. Final subject is born abroad. The answers are 11 of those stars were born outside of the United Kingdom. Which ones were born outside of the United Kingdom? Avoid the 5 that were born in the United Kingdom, and you'll do very well. Richard.
Magnus Magnusson.
Magnus Magnusson, first choice. £110, born in Iceland.
Eamon Andrews.
Eamon Andrews. Excellent choice, born in Dublin. You are up to £470.
Boris Karloff.
Boris Karloff. Wipeout, 407. My legs have gone. Oh, well, shame, shame, shame. You're down to, what? Down to, it's nice, stereo system. But it's Sarah to play.
Giles Brandreth.
Giles Brandreth. Born in Germany. You've got £120.
Alan Wicker.
Alan Wicker.
Our lucky winner will never ever be late or forget a birthday with this, the latest electronic pocket diary.
You've got £160, and the next one is worth £50.
I think I'll pass it.
Pass it to Graham. Graham, you've got £100 in the bank. You have to find someone not born in the United Kingdom.
Terry Wogan.
Terry Wogan? Yes, £150. Born, of course, in Southern Ireland, in Ayr.
I'll pass, please.
And passing to Richard.
Trevor MacDonald.
Trevor MacDonald. born in Trinidad. You have £60.
Leo McKern.
Leo McKern, fine actor, born in Australia.
I'll pass, Paul.
You got £130, passing to Sarah, sitting on £160.
Spike Milligan.
Spike Milligan. Yes, born in India.
Pass it straight on.
Right. Next answer's worth £90. There are 3 correct answers left, 4 incorrect answers up there that will wipe you out.
Cary Grant.
Cary Grant. Born in Bristol, and the money's gone, Graham. The money's gone. Richard, it's over to you. There are 3 right, 3 wrong. You've got £130 in the bank.
David McCallum.
David McCallum. The Wipeout, he was born in Glasgow. All the money's gone. Sarah.
Joanna Lumley.
Joanna Lumley for £90. Yes. So you've got £330 in the bank.
Pass it on.
Pass it on. Pass it across to Graham. Graham, this is worth £100 to you.
Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey. The Wipeout. Born in Welsh Wales. That's where Shirley was born. Richard, it's worth £100 if you can name one of the 2 artists up there that were born outside.
Andrew Sachs.
Andrew Sachs. Yes, Andrew Sachs, born in Berlin. The next answer you give me is worth £110, or you may choose to pass it.
No, I'll take it. I'll take Cliff Richard.
Cliff Richard. If Cliff Richards is the right answer, you have got another 110, making £210, and you will go through to play for the holiday with Sarah. If it is not, then you've wiped out, and I'll have to have a look at how many people gave me the right answers. Let's see. Is it? Yes! Graham, we're really sorry to say goodbye to you, but you're not going away empty-handed. You've got your Kit Kat and, of course, the paperweight, the Wipeout paperweight. You played really well, Graham, but that's the way the game goes. Richard and Sarah, you and I are going to play the Wipeout auction.
Thank you.
Right, the game moves on, but before it moves on, let me point out to you, Sarah, you've got £330. Richard, you've got £210. Nobody's going to take it away. That's yours. Happy, happy, happy. All right, you can relax a little bit, can't you?
Yeah.
Except you're going to play for the holiday, and that's where the tension really builds up. Sarah. What's your second name, Sarah?
Byatt.
Byatt. That's your surname. Ah, with Debbie, it's a career. Right. And Richard, you play golf, yes?
I try to, actually.
You try to. What do you play off?
28.
28?
Yes.
Oh,
surprising.
I once beat Nick Valdo, you know.
Yes?
Yeah. Of course, he'd never played drafts before, but there you go. So, all righty. Now, Sarah, you're on £330, so you will get the first chance to bid for the grid.
Right.
All right? Let's have a look at the subject. Meters. Can't wait to see the answers on this one. Let's have a look. Oh, well, yes, we all know what they are, don't we? 8 of these are scientific instruments. 8 of them are scientific instruments. How many can you spot? Sarah, you can bid or pass it across to Richard and let him have the first bid. But it's up to you. You're in charge.
I'll go for 4.
You can outbid or ask the lady to name them.
I'll bid 6.
Definitely go for it.
Yeah, well, we wish you luck, Richard. It's the first grid, best of 3, of course. We'll go forward for the holiday. Wipeout auction's over. Make 1 mistake, and Sarah needs only 1 correct answer to win the grid. Away you go.
Tachometer.
Tachometer. It measures rotational speed.
Odometer.
The odometer. It measures distance. It's that little milometer in your car, isn't it? Yeah. An odometer would probably check smell, wouldn't it?
Voltmeter.
Voltmeter. It's easy, that one. Measures voltage.
Micrometer.
A micrometer. Measures little distances, like my height.
Hydrometer.
Hydrometer measures density of liquid. You need to find one more.
Pyrometer.
I don't know. You might well be right. I thought it was pyrometer. And if you are right, then you've taken the first grid. Pyrometer. All right, let's have a look at what would have wiped you out. Yeah, they would have wiped you out, and you didn't get any of them, did you? What are they? What's a hexameter? A hexameter is a poetic verse containing 6 groups of syllables per line. Who wants to know that? A pentameter, poetic verse containing 5 groups of syllables per line. Who wants to know that, right? What? A tetrameter, that'll be different, yes. Poetic verse, 4 groups of syllables per line, all right? Diameter, straight line through the middle of a circle. Much better, yeah. You avoided all of those, Richard. You did well there, all right? The first grid is yours. So now you will be in charge of the bidding because Sarah bid first last time. Let's see the second Wipeout auction subject. African or not? Wow, answers are... Now, obvious. 8 of those animals come from Africa. How many can you find, Richard? Or do you want to ask Sarah for a bid?
I'll take 3.
That was a wobbly 3.
It certainly was.
8 animals come from Africa. Sarah, you can either outbid him or you can tell him to go for it. It's up to you.
I'll try 4.
4.
I'll go 5.
Go for it.
All right, thanks. Zebra.
First choice, zebra. Horse with pyjamas comes from Africa.
Giraffe.
A giraffe. That too comes from Africa.
Elan.
Eland.
Hippopotamus.
The hippopotamus. You have 4. You bid 5. The last one is very important because if you get it right, you go to play for the holiday. You get it wrong, you let Sarah into the game and into the grid.
I'll take the white rhino.
The white rhino. Is it? Yes. He never let you in, did he? He never let you in. That was really very good. Now let's have a look at the wipeouts. What are they? Where do they all come from? The lynx comes from somewhere else, doesn't it? India. And the tiger, that must come from India as well. And the ounce comes from our grocers. No, it doesn't. It's a snow leopard. That comes from India. And the black bear comes from North America. And the others, all Africa. There you go. Sarah, he never let you in. You were £330. That's yours. And a pocket organiser, one of the electronic ones, remembers everything. Change the batteries in the right order. That's the best tip I can give anybody with one of them. And, of course, the famous Wipeout paperweight.
Lovely. Thanks very much. I've had a really brilliant day.
Have you?
Yep.
Hell, we must organise it worse next time. Thanks for playing. Richard, you and I are going on to play for the holiday, and you'll have a minute to win it.
Tonight's fabulous Wipeout star prize is a holiday to Bermuda. This enchanting island is as British as a bulldog and as American as apple pie. Just 22 miles in area with its pastel-coloured houses and pink coral sand beaches, lapped by the warm, crystal-clear waters of the Gulf Stream. A chance to relax and really unwind.
For a chance to win it, I'm going to give you the example. I'll give you the example first, then you're in with a better chance of winning it. You'll be offered 4 categories. You choose a category. Then we give you the answers. The answers come on the board like this. Now, there's the grid. I'll read you a question. This is only a demo, all right? Unfortunately, these aren't the answers. Which of these people have spent time in prison? All right? So I look at that and I go, John Major, Ken Dodd. You know, that's what I think. Noel Edmonds, where's Noel? He should be in prison, that's it, Noel Edmonds, yeah. Richard Madeley, where's Richard Madeley? He's over there, you see. And then I go Ringo Starr, and there must be somebody else being in, Terry Wogan. Bless him. Now, the moment I've lit my 6, I've got to light 6, count them in your head, and then you run over here and you hit the enter button. The computer reads out and tells me how many I've got right. I haven't got any right. Sorry, you don't stop, you come back. Now, this is important, bingo, you deselect and you reselect, all right? Yeah. You cannot light a light when there's 6 on. Do you understand that? So I've reselected, I run back over here, I hit this, I've got 1 right. I know the others now, don't I? Yeah. So what happens now is I deselect them and reselect and so on, all right? All the way through. And then I run over here, and whatever I do, when I get there, I've got 3 now, and so on, until you've got all 6 right. Do you understand that?
Certainly do.
You do? Good. Which of these categories would you like? Spielberg, athletics, the Beatles, birds. You pick the category you think you stand the best chance in, the one that you know most about.
I'll take athletics, Paul.
Athletics. All right. Well, I hope you know about athletics, Richard. I don't know if you do it, but we just wish you nothing but luck. Let's see the answers. 6 right answers on the board, 6 wrong answers on the board. Your mission, and you've got no choice, is to find the 6 right answers. Which of these are events in the decathlon? Now, you've got to find the right 6 events in the decathlon, and your time starts now. A minute to win it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 4 right. You've got 4 right. You got 4 right. Decathlon. Greek. Think Greek. What did it do in Greek times? Greek. Still 4. Still 4. 18, 17, 16. Oh, still 4. China what?
No, sorry, I thought it was 110 metres hurdles, but...
No. I think... what did you get right? Which were the 5 right ones?
I think javelin, yeah.
Yes, they were the ones. They were the ones. And so, therefore, 100 metres hurdles was wrong. So what was the one that was right?
High jump.
The high jump. So you're for the high jump. Yeah. Never mind. You've got the mini stacking stereo system. You've got £210. All right. No holiday, but that's the way the game goes. Right. Thanks for playing it. You've been great. You really have. And we'll see you next week on Wipeout.